Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and it's not just me. As I so often am, I'm joined by...
Oh, John, and I'm talking about my favourite thing, renders.
Yes. Over the weekend, there was the news that, well, somebody, in fact, I'm going to get the information up now. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Cosmo Brittany 73 on Twitter discovered that Diddy Kong's render on Nintendo's Japanese website has been updated, and it is based on an older render. In fact, we'll have them side by side here. So it's clearly, it's just an update, like a retool, a retouch up, whatever. But it is distinct, and it's got a lot of people wondering why.
And we're here to discuss why.
Thanks, John.
Quite often with Nintendo renders, especially in Mario Party, they tend to take old poses and just kind of touch them up with new lighting or new textures or something. Like with Rosalina's one here, this is an old render from Mario Party the Top 100, but the pose is based on Mario Galaxy. So they do just kind of go back and touch things up rather than give characters entirely new poses. Like, this isn't an odd thing. But the implications of what this render is going to be a part of, that's a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I've been seeing all sorts of people. Some people have got some really, like, I'm not going to lie, really crazy ideas like, oh, is it going to be a new Donkey Kong Country game or, you know, something along those lines. And realistically, I would say almost entirely conclusively no. As much as I would love that, but I think a new Donkey Kong Country game would get original renders. At the very least, I would have thought.
Yeah, they don't tend to reuse posing for mainline games. It's typically in spin-offs. Like with Peach, she also got a brand new render, and her original one, like this pose is based on New Super Mario Bros. Wii, so it's a very old pose, and they've basically just given her new hair textures, new lighting and the like. But if you were to look at 3D World, that's an entirely new pose. So to me, like this wouldn't be a new Donkey Kong Country for Diddy Kong. It definitely feels like this is more along the lines of Super Mario Party 2, or maybe even something. It may even be Mario Golf.
Yeah, that's my first thought. You know, we've got Mario Golf. What is it? Star Rush? I honestly can't remember it.
Super Rush.
Oh, Super Rush. Yeah, it's just one of those generic Mario subtitles that they stick on, that you could stick on any Mario game, really. Like you have Mario Tennis Super Rush. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, that would be my first thought. You know, it's a game that we know is coming, and it's, you know, it just makes sense in my mind. But you are of a slightly different opinion, aren't you, John?
My thoughts are that this is Super Mario Party 2, or Mario Party 12? 13? What are we on at the moment? Is it 12?
I think in terms of numbered ones, we've never had a Mario Party 11. But, I mean, Super Mario Party is Mario Party 11. I'm guessing they maybe realized that there's no sense in having numbers up to that point. Yeah, after that point, rather. So they went with Super Mario Party, so maybe they're going to go with, oh god, New Super Mario Party.
Ultra Mario Party. Hardcore Mario Party. You can just keep throwing words at it.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a Mario Party render, because Diddy Kong's pose originates from Mario Party DS, so this is a very old one. And they've been reusing that pose for a long, long time now. A lot of these renders on this page have been reused for years and years and years. Like, Boo is from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Waluigi, I think, is like Mario Party 8. Like, a lot of these are very old. And if it were to be a new Donkey Kong Country, I definitely think they wouldn't use a Mario Party DS pose to sell that game.
Well, at least I bloody hope not, frankly.
No. But like, the fur is definitely very tropical freeze looking. It's more in line with DK as well. But it's very rich and bold. So I can see why people would think it would be from Donkey Kong, but I think they're just trying to modernize Diddy Kong's look, because he's been very flat looking in his renders for a long time now. So it's just kind of overdue that they'll do this.
To be honest, a lot of the Mario characters in their official renders have been looking a bit flat for quite a long time, and they do seem to be slowly introducing more texture and things like that. Like, this isn't new, but Mario's render on this same webpage, it has all this lovely, you know, sort of subtle texture here and there. Luigi's, he's just like a 1990s Pixar character. Like, it's just smooth everywhere. And it looks really odd. I don't know why they've got Mario with all this, you know, all this sort of shiny, well, less shiny loveliness, you know, sort of more of a matte look. And then Luigi with his Sonic Adventure DX appearance.
And there's newer renders of Luigi out there.
Yeah.
There's far newer renders. But for some reason they were like, nah, go with the 2010 2010 render of Luigi, but give Diddy Kong a brand new one.
It's just so bizarre, like, you know, sort of, if there's a new game, you know, I get it, you know, absolutely, but I can't help but feel that if, in theory, I were, you know, somehow in charge of all this, I'd update all the renders at the same time so that there was a level of cohesiveness, a level of sort of parity between all of them so that they didn't have almost slightly different art styles. I mean, even Toad on this page has been very, very, very minorly updated. I don't know when he's been updated, but the lighting on his shoes and the color of his of the red on his hat, his mushroom hat, whatever it is ever so slightly different. And that's the kind of details that don't matter to anyone except me.
It's weird to say, but it's a special day when they give us a new render. Because they stick with the Mario Party 8 renders for so long. Even Mario Tennis Aces, in the background on the billboards, they use renders from like Mario Party 5 for some reason. Even though there's newer renders they can choose. And I think there's newer renders they choose in the character select screen. But for some reason they decide to go all the way back to these old Mario parties. So it's a very special day when they update them. And Peach is a weird one too, because Daisy's render on this page apparently comes from Mario Kart Tour. It may even be earlier than that, because Mario Kart Tour tends to reuse renders. But Peach was left with her old New Super Mario Bros. Wii pose for a long time. So they finally brought Peach in line with Daisy.
It's, as we mentioned this earlier, but it's like the first time that Peach has been playing catch-up to Daisy. And that's just, it's just a weird thing to think about. And yeah, it's just so bizarre. I don't understand why this is the way it is. And it's just, in a way, it's actually quite interesting to kind of see inside Nintendo's process in a weird way.
Every game tends to get a new render anyway. But
yeah.
Like, I guess they're game specific. Like if you look at Mario Tennis, I don't know, Open, then all the characters they have tennis rackets. So it's kind of rare just to get just a staring at the camera smiling pose. I guess those are the rarer ones. But even then, I'm pretty sure you can get a better Luigi than this.
Yeah, it's the Luigi that does it for me. It's just, why? You've got so many gorgeous instances of Luigi that you could use, like, you know, even from something more specific, like Luigi's Mansion 3 or something. Gorgeous drop-dead renders, and I suppose they want to keep it a little bit more, I suppose, neutral, for lack of a better term. But at the same time, oh, come on. Could you not have found something a bit more up-to-date?
And I definitely do think it's Mario Party because there's Peach and Diddy. But it begs the question, why is Waluigi still from Mario Party from the mid-2000s?
I know.
If this is Mario Party, they would have a new Waluigi as well.
I suppose it may just be that they haven't... It may well be there is a new render for Waluigi and it's just not public yet. It's, you know... hardly an unusual idea.
This is a very they've got to keep this one secret. Yeah. Reveal Diddy? Fine. Waluigi, protect at all costs.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've got to keep his Smash render under wraps as well, haven't they?
That's another thing too. Like, pretty much all these characters could have their Smash renders, but I guess they're a bit too aggressive looking in them.
Yeah, Diddy looks really aggressive in his Smash render. You know, it's... But yeah, there we go. That was just a quick thing. We weren't really sure what we were going to talk about, but it's just one of those things that's just a little bit too interesting not to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Something has to be afoot. Even if it's just them printing their faces onto eShop cards, something is afoot. But I feel like there's definitely a game brewing here.
Yeah, it just dispose. I mean, my money, to be honest, is on Mario Golf. I mean, it's a bit of a dull response, but that is so often, you know, Occam's razor and all that sort of thing.
Hopefully, if it is Mario Golf, hopefully all the other characters get new renders too, because in spin-offs they tend to just reuse them.
Yeah,
it's strange that Mario Party is the forefront of new renders. Like whenever a new Mario Party game comes along, they rely on the same renders for every other game after that. So, if anything, that's what makes Mario Party special. It's not the boards, it's not all the characters, it's the renders.
Absolutely! You heard it here first. But, yeah, let us know your thoughts about this exciting new development in the world of Nintendo by leaving us a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you add some distinct, lovely fur to that subscribe button, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
I'm a new John Render. I've got more fur.